Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub Pub Sports Radio. It is Wednesday, November the 2nd. Ian Cameron, Dutch, and Wham with you, ready to break it down. A huge Wednesday NBA card. Shout out to everyone in the chat joining us. Hit that like button. Let's get it going. We'll start with Washington, Philadelphia. The Sixers, 6.5-point home favorites, 218 being the total in this game. These two teams have just played each other again for the second straight time here tonight in this matchup. Washington, of course, losing 118-111 on Monday night, Halloween night. Their third straight loss, 0-3 straight up in ATS for Washington in their last three games. Philly, they've won and covered three straight in their last three games, playing some better basketball of late after a bit of a slow start to the season. It looks like we're already in the situation where we're just going to have to admit that every game is a questionable game for Joel Embiid. It seems like every game we're going to be asking ourselves this year, right up till tip-off, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Frustrating, but we got to deal with it. And once again, Joel Embiid here tonight, questionable with the illness. He sat out Monday's game against the Wizards, and they still won. DeAnthony Melton actually got the start in that one when Embiid didn't go. You'd think with the rest not playing yesterday, they missed the Monday game. You'd think he would play here, but you never say for sure until you hear it for certain. So we'll see if he's able to play. That being said, you look at the last game, it was 118-111. They didn't play terrible. I don't love the way Washington's playing here necessarily, but I don't know if I trust the Sixers when they've got the Knicks and the Suns coming up on their schedule, games on Friday and then on Monday. Two big opponents. Knicks are a division rival. Phoenix is, one of the best teams in the NBA. Do they have the maturity and the focus to do away and win by margin, win convincingly here against Washington for a second straight game when they already beat them Monday? I don't know about that. And then you throw in the possibility Embiid may not go, even though they've shown an ability to win without him. I would only look at the Washington side here, plus the points in this game. Dutch, what are you feeling here? Washington, Philly.
Yeah, man. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. We got some real ones holding us down early and often. Bobano. Got DK in the building. Sam Comer. My man, good to see you, bro. Star Child, as always. Nets, bets in this motherfucker. Good to see everyone. Mike and Pimp Slap Plate of the motherfucking day. Good to see you, bro. Everyone, if you would at this time, hit the motherfucking like button like I just hit that playing. I don't know what the fuck I was smoking. It's good. I've been smoking all goddamn day. All right, my fault. But hit the motherfucking like button. Share the video. And if you're not subscribed to Pub Sports Radio, do it at this time. Be muchly appreciated. But y'all also on that Mai Tai Skittle cake, man. Nothing but flavor. Mai Tai Skittle cake. Flavor town, boy. I tell you that. What I'm going to do with this game, though, is back with the fuck out of this motherfucker. Because all right.
Yeah. The only Skittle I mess with is the Halloween candy Skittle.
You got to get that Skittles in life, bro. It'll change your world, bro. I'm telling you, see the motherfucking rainbow. You might touch that motherfucker.
Oh man, great line. Holy shit, that's good. Yeah, and I was mowing down on a shit ton of Skittles yesterday. That leftover Halloween candy from Monday. So I always buy more than I give out to people that ring the door because of the fact that hey, I want some for myself, and I always make sure I do that. So Halloween candy for me is a good thing. We lost our guy Dutch here. I'm ready to throw it to Dutch, but it looks like he's having some technical issues. We'll get him back. In the meantime, we'll move to Boston and Cleveland. We've got the Celtics 1.5-point road favorites, 220 the total in this game. So I cashed with Cleveland. There he is, Wham Bam.
All right, Wham, damn.
Wham, Philly, Washington.
I don't want you talking about this motherfucker, bro. Backwood.
Listen, backwood that one. No backwood. No backwood.
I know you like this game.
I do like this game, bro. God damn, my headphones has been acting crazy. I couldn't get no audio, so I would have been looking at you guys crazy. But Embiid, man, he missed the last game. They still won by 7, bro. They still won by 7. The point spread is at 7. I kind of like Washington right here, bro, and I do like this game. I think Washington is the play. I didn't get the chance to hear Babano's breakdown because my fucking headphones is messed up. But I would think if I was the capper, I would think my boy Dutch said backwood, and my guy Babano said he would lean towards the Washington Wizards here. I think the Washington Wizards probably are the spot here. I just think that last game Bradley Beal was at point guard. Kuzma mentioned it. They don't really need him at point guard. They need him to score the ball. him getting 21 points, that's a loss. That's the reason why you're losing by 7 here to a team that doesn't have their best big man or their points leader in Embiid. So I think that he gets away from that. And it gets us back to where we were thinking in the last game, is that Monte Morris will be the distributor here. He should have been that last game, but it was more Bradley Beal. I think that Bradley Beal finds the offense here and be able to get this cover here. So I do like the Washington Wizards +7. That's the official play for me. So I'm rocking with that.
All right, rocking with that. Sounds good. All right, Boston, Cleveland. Boston 1.5-point road favorites, 220 the total in this one. The Boston Celtics, of course, coming off a 112-94 win against Washington. That came all the way back on Sunday. So this team has had 2 full days off prior to tonight when they take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Same with Cleveland, though. Cleveland 5-0 straight up, 5-0 against the spread since a season opening loss to the Toronto Raptors. I mean, this team has been just absolutely outstanding, beating Chicago badly, beating Washington, beating Orlando, and then 2 back-to-back impressive wins. I used the Cleveland Cavaliers Friday as my best bet right here on the Pub Hub. 7-point dogs at Boston. They won that game outright in overtime, 132-123. And then after that big overtime win, come back home, face the Knicks, wire to wire, 121-108. Man, is this team impressive. JB Bickerstaff's a hell of a basketball coach, too. I think we have to say that. He's doing a great job. He did a great job last year with this team, and they didn't even have half the roster they have this year. I mean, it's very impressive. They've got a great backcourt. Darius Garland's back now to go with Spider, Donovan Mitchell, Karis LeVert, a great front court with the Twin Towers, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I mean, what's not to like about Cleveland? They can defend around the rim. They're very good offensively now with that backcourt intact. And, of course, bringing in Mitchell. And I thought maybe Mitchell with, we know sometimes he can get a little agitated. Would that throw off some chemistry and camaraderie? No, this looks like a very together, tight-knit, good group right now, Cleveland. And to me, the only reason to bet Boston and lay points on the road with Boston here is the revenge spot. And I know people will say that about this situation here because Boston lost at home in overtime to Cleveland last Friday. But to me, the point spread value is still with Cleveland. Like, how on earth are they a home underdog here in this game with the way they're playing? 5-1, 5 straight wins and covers. And to be honest with you, you look at Boston on the road. Okay, they beat Miami the first road game. Okay, but Miami didn't get out of the gate strong. They beat Orlando on the road, no big deal. And they lost to Chicago and got blown out in that game. I'm not convinced Boston's meriting being road favorites here in this game, even with revenge, something that they're looking for in this game. I like the way Cleveland's going. They've put money in my pocket, and I'll be damned if I'm going against this basketball team right now. Cleveland or pass. I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to bet the Cavs, but it's Cleveland or nothing for me in this game. And keep in mind, still no Danilo Gallinari and still no Robert Williams for Boston. And they had trouble with Mobley and Allen in the low post last week in Boston. And that's going to be a matchup advantage that's not going away in favor of the Cavs, even though the game now tonight in Cleveland. Dutch, what are you thinking here? Celtics, Cavs.
Yeah, man, this game very intriguing. I will say, our guy Sam Comer, Sam I said he said he was on the Cavs until he liked the Cavs until Garland was announced in. Now it's a pass for him. A strong take there, and I think I might be with him on that. This is one of these basketball games where I could make a case for both sides, to be quite honest with you. So in this case, I'm going to sit back, watch it, and learn from it. It's exactly what I'm going to do here. I think it's a great basketball game. I think Garland coming back. Is there value on Cleveland at home? I can't argue with Bobano on that at all. I cannot. I definitely agree there's value there, but then I could also give you some on the other side of Boston. So a great basketball game. Excited to watch it. We'll be watching it. We'll not have a bet on this game.
Yeah, exactly. Very good game, though. I agree with that. And you're right. I thought it was a better spot situation. The one thing, too, Garland's back tonight, but they played well without him. And does he disrupt the rhythm? Does he disrupt the chemistry? Right. I've seen this shit happen before, right? You get your star backcourt player, your star guard back. You think you're better. Your point guard's returning again. And all of a sudden it throws off things when you've been playing well without him. So let's see how that dynamic plays out tonight. What do you think here, Wham Bam, Boston, Cleveland?
Yeah, the fact that the last game went to overtime, this game is still going to be kind of close. Even with Garland in the game, I think it's still going to be a close, tight-knit type of game. Both guys, LeVert and Mitchell, had 41 points. That was the last time that happened since Shaq or Kobe or some shit like that. It was crazy as hell to even think of those guys even pulling that off. But I can only think Cavs here with you, Babano. This is a game I didn't bet on yet, but I can only think Cavs with you guys here. It's just the revenge factor kind of gets me scared. It being an ESPN game, Ime Udoka may be on the Nets. I'm gonna stay away from this game. I'm just stay away. I'm gonna just stay away from this shit, bro. But I actually do. I'm gonna be locked in on this game. I'm gonna be watching with everyone.
Yeah, they want all the smoke. They want all the controversy, the Brooklyn Nets. That's another thing. I mean, we've got anti-Semitic remarks from Kyrie that are being let go. And now you got freaking Ime Udoka diddling employees on the side. And we're bringing him in now as our next head coach. I mean, Brooklyn's just saying, fuck the transgressions. We're going to hire whoever the fuck we want.
As they should.
Did they really
That's
bring
how you
in
win. That's how you win.
Primo? Did they really bring in Mr. San Antonio too on top of that, or was that just like some? Like,
no, is that for real? I didn't know.
I seen it on Twitter I seen it on Twitter. I was like, wow, they signed him. I'm like, no way, is this shit for real? And I'm like,
might as well get Delonte West next. Shit, keep it going. Keep going.
I honestly don't think they did. I think someone might have been clowning, but
okay, yeah, it was a sight, but it was a lot of likes, a lot of shit. I was like, no way, bro. They just getting everybody. You don't know what to believe in social media nowadays, but I would have put it past the Brooklyn motherfucking Nets. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Brooklyn's just saying, hey, fuck what these people do off the court. We're going to bring them in regardless. All right, next up, we've got Charlotte and Chicago. The Chicago Bulls 5-point home favorites, 223.5 the total in this game. Definitely Chicago, not the spot for them optimally, you would think, after playing in Brooklyn last night. Yeah, you get rid of Steve Nash and you lose the first game if you're Brooklyn, 108-99. Chicago going into Brooklyn, getting the victory in that game. Again, Brooklyn disjointed a little bit offensively. You got 32 out of KD, and you got basically zilch from anybody else other than maybe Royce O'Neal. You got to give him credit. He played well. What did you get from Irving? Nothing. Irving was a freaking joke last night. 2 for 12 and 0 for 6. 2 for 12 and 0 for 6 from 3 last night for Kyrie in that game. 32 minutes, and he gives you 4 points. That can't happen. That guy should not be out there for 32 minutes and only give you 4 points. That's just absolutely brutal. In that spot for Kyrie to play that bad. But give Chicago credit. They came in, they defended well down the stretch to pull away, get that victory. Now they're on the second of back-to-back games. Rested Charlotte team coming off a loss against Sacramento, 115-108. That was a weird game the other night because De'Aaron Fox gets hurt, and it's almost like it rallied and inspired Sacramento to overcome that and still find a way to win the game against Charlotte. But other than that setback against Sacramento, they had a loss against Orlando, which was a pretty bad one. But really, other than that, they've actually had some decent results. They beat San Antonio, beat Atlanta on the road, nearly upset the New York Knicks on the road as underdogs in overtime. They had the big win against Golden State over the weekend, 120-113. It's definitely a Charlotte spot, in my opinion. I think catching points, they have shown you enough in the underdog role to say, hey, we can trust this team. I mean, they've got flaws on this roster. There's no question about that. It goes in and out defensively. Lonzo, until they get LaMelo Ball back, rather. It's unfortunate because, with this matchup here, normally you'd get the Ball brothers going head to head. LaMelo for Charlotte, Lonzo for Chicago. Both of them are out right now. So if you're a basketball fan and you like seeing the brothers go head to head, you're not getting that opportunity. Kobe White and Zach LaVine are game time decisions for Chicago tonight. Same with Andre Drummond. Terry Rozier's another one of these guys for Charlotte. He's been on the injury list all season so far. He looks like he'll be out once again with that ankle injury. But I like Charlotte here. It's a better spot for them. They're rested. They're catching points. I like them here, +5 in this one. Dutch, what do you think here, Hornets Bulls?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ed Searfrost. Hope I didn't kill that too bad, my man. With the news, Embiid is out. New name too, I believe. So appreciate you vibing out with us. And Embiid is ruled out. So if we didn't know, now we motherfucking know. Joe Chris in the building. I see you, my man. Mo Harris. That's Star Child, Next Best. Yeah, man. Star Child, you know what I'm doing with this motherfucker, man. Back with this motherfucker, please.
All right. Yeah.
Backwood for Dutch. Backwood number 2 right there.
Backwood,
Charlotte, Chicago. Wham Bam. What are you liking here?
So the Hornets, they're 3-1 to the over, although so far on the road this year. Bulls off a back-to-back. Think they are going to be in a better situation. So I agree with Babano as far as you don't really there's flaws here with the Hornets, like you said. And as far as this matchup here, it just seems like they're in a better spot to go against this Bulls team. I do believe that there's opportunity for you to be able to back the Hornets. I just don't want to do it right now. I think the Bulls may be a little bit better, even though they are for back-to-back. I just don't want to go ahead and jump in front of that. So I do think that there are spots on this game that we can find advantages of. Two prop bets that I like. One I did bet, one I didn't bet so far, but I am liking both assist props for one for Miles Plumlee over 3.5 and one for AO over 3.5 as well. Miles Plumlee, I got to the window with that one already, so I'm locking that in. It hit 6 straight times. Sneaky ass prop, bro. Hit 6 straight times until last game. I think he could be able to figure it out here. And a lot of it when I watch these games, Miles, he doesn't just go for his own shot. Like he'd have the ball inside the paint, but he'd kick it out. And those guys have been making their threes here. I do think the regression has shown for the Hornets though. They were number 1 in offense, number 1 in 3-point percentage. That dropped dramatically. They're number 7 now in 3-point percentage. I believe that's going to be, maybe even lower than what they should be playing right now. I do agree with Babeno as well. Like, man, I wish the Ball brothers were playing right now. It would be a lot better to watch than seeing those two guys in there, especially with probably a slower, tired, more Bulls here. So I did lock in the Miles Plumlee. That's going to be, I'm sorry, Mason Plumlee. I said Miles Plumlee. That's his brother, bro. Mason Plumlee. I did take the Mason Plumlee over 3.5 assist prop. That's official for me. Thinking about AO assists as well. Now he's averaging 3.3 assists. Got the assist prop last game. I think he'd be able to get it back-to-back games here. It's been a little bit spotty for him as far as like what his production has been so far this year, but I think AO assists maybe a good spot here. I haven't bet that yet, but that's something else I'm looking at in this game. But so far, it's just Mason Plumlee over 3.5 assists.
All right, liking the over. Yeah, the thing is too with Embiid, it's going to speed up the pace. So I don't hate that look either with over the total with Washington and Philadelphia. All right, next up we've got it's Sacramento, Miami. Next up, Heat 6.5-point home favorites, 221 the total. I'll tell you what, Sacramento is kind of appealing here, even without De'Aaron Fox. I mean, I'm not rushing to lay 6.5 with the Heat. Now, De'Aaron Fox is out. He'll miss at least this game. Could have been a lot worse. They thought when he first injured that right knee against Charlotte on Monday night that it could have been like a long-term injury, that he could have been out for a while, but he avoided major damage to that knee. And as a result, they're hoping just day-to-day, short-term absence. Looks like Davion Mitchell. I know Wham's mentioned him a few times with this Sacramento team. He's going to get more minutes here with De'Aaron Fox out for the Sacramento Kings. So keep an eye on that. Looks like it's going to be Davion Mitchell at the point, Kevin Huerter, the redheaded stepchild, in the backcourt as well. Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis going to be the starting 5 for Sacktown tonight. Miami, when you look at them, they finally got a good performance against Golden State, 116-109. It is a revenge spot because they lost at Sacramento, 119-113 over the weekend, laying 4 points. So does Miami come out ready here? Perhaps it's a revenge spot for the Heat, but they're not covering these kind of numbers. That's number one. And number two, on the road, Sacramento beat Phoenix, or on the road, they've had 2 road games, I should say. Not Phoenix, it was Golden State. They were 10-point dogs. They lost by 5. And Charlotte, they won and covered as road favorites. So they've been okay on the road this year. They already beat Miami once. It feels like it's a lot of points. I'm not saying I'm going to jump on Sacramento, but I'd take Sacramento plus the points before I trust Miami right now, laying this kind of number. Maybe that's a buy sign beating Golden State, but I need to see more from the Heat because they have definitely underwhelmed me, at least in the first month of the season. What do you think here, Dutch? Sacramento, Miami.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy, Eric Chang. Good to see you back in the building, my man. Rayhan as well. Good to see you. Eric Nisbet. Bet that with Jay. I see you, my man. Money Murray. Dennis Getting Money. Good to see you back too, my man. Good to see all the real ones out here showing out. This game right here, man. Honestly, I think Sacramento will beat a motherfucking play. But no fucking way I'm betting this goddamn game. Back with this bitch, man. Come on now.
All right. Yeah.
There we go. All right, good stuff. Backwood number 3 right there.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep track, keep count. All right, what do you think, Whams? Kings Heat.
Yeah, man, it's hard to back the Kings, bro, when they leading the dead last in field goal percentage to opponents. 48% is what they're allowing opponents. Mitchell coming off the bench, like you said, man. Davion Mitchell, I do like his props today. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think I might not hit the window with that one because it's just a little bit scary, bro. They're just giving up too many points. I think their defense is going to give it up. It may be even a blowout here. So the Heat might be the spot, bro. The Heat may be a spot. I know Ski may like the Heat today, too. I think Ski like the Heat today. That's why he said quit playing. You got the fire emoji. That don't mean
No.
fire, quit playing. That mean Heat, quit playing. I think that's what he means. I kind of would agree with him, though. I kind of would agree. I just think that
what's going on? Is
Fox,
that other NBA show that Ski does on Wednesday not started or something? What's going on?
What's going on? You know, Ski just want to talk shit. He just love talking shit, bro. He just finds a way to figure out how to talk shit. But I like Davion Mitchell props in this game. I don't think I'm going to get to the window. This might be a back. This is going to be a backwood for me, but I'm talking a little too much for it to be a backwood. I like this game. I'm going to be locked in. I think Keegan Murray probably goes over his 3-point percentage, 3-point prop as well. He's going to get a lot of run. Davion Mitchell's going to get a lot of run. It's just, can they do enough to beat the team that's on a back-to-back that I think they can. I think they can do it, but I just don't want to do it. I don't want to put the money on them. So
it was a big game.
Kings. Yeah.
I'm on sweat for my boy Ski, but man, that was a big game for Miami last night. You know, that really was. They played a big game. I don't really think they're giving too much about the motherfucking Sacramento Kings tonight. But without De'Aaron Fox, I cannot do it. No, fuck that.
But the undrafted boys might ball out, though. The undrafted boys might ball out today.
You think so, huh? I mean, if it's against anyone, it's going to be against Sacramento, man. Come on now. Yeah. Shout out to our guy, Dabby Cal, with the Jordan Clarkson over 2.5 with the plus 145. My man, I see you.
There you go, over 2.5 3-point field goals. Jordan Clarkson's from Dabby. Liking that here in the prop world tonight. All right, Atlanta, New York. Knicks 2.5-point home favorites, 232 the total. I mean, I can understand why the total's gone up. I mean, the Knicks have been an over machine. I agree with that. I mean, this is, once again, Thibodeau's team defensively. They've not played well. Atlanta, they just got ripped defensively against the Raptors on Monday night. They've gone over the total in 5 straight. I can see this one going over the total. What I can't get to here is laying points with the Knicks right now. You know, Trae Young's had some big games in the past against the Knicks. You have to remember that. That's very important. And it's very simple with Atlanta. Trae Young sucks ass and struggles the way he did against Toronto. They're not going to have a shot to win the games. Not a shot. And we saw that the other night. Here, I think he's going to probably, he should be pissed off. He was horrible in that game against Toronto the other night. And he's done well against the Knicks in the past. Historically, this is a team he plays well against. So I would think this is an Atlanta spot. I like them as a small road dog. I don't like backing Atlanta a ton on the road here in this one. Going into this game, they've been more miss than hit on the road. But after an embarrassing loss to Toronto, and Trae Young's performance level against this Knicks team, I think tonight I'm going to step in with them here and take a look at the plus points here with Atlanta. And again, Trae's props might be worth a look. And I like the over as well. And we got to shut out Saturated right here. $50 dono. Thanks for all the hard work. Had a nice payday. Wouldn't have the kind of success I've been enjoying without you. This dono is a starter gift for Dutch's Swear Jar. Awesome. Yeah, they had a great show yesterday. I was watching in the background. The picks were killing it yesterday with Durrell, with Dutch, and with Wham. So great job on the Tuesday show. Thank you for the dono. Saturated $50. Where's that dono train, Vic? Where is? There we go.
Yeah, man. Hey, for the 50, man, run that bitch one more time for our guy. I gotta drop one.
Maybe one more. One more for me. One more for me. One more for me, man. That's love, bro.
Yeah, it's absolutely no slam dunk here. Like I say, Atlanta on the road's tricky. I get it. If you like, there's reasons to like the Knicks too.
Absolutely, there is, and there ain't no way this is motherfucking slam dunk. But Bono, I'm on the goddamn side. All right, I'm on the other side. Me and Tiffany, we going to the motherfucking window on the Knickerbockers. Goddamn it!
Hey, let's talk.
Let's go. Come on down. Yeah, I'm on the Knicks here, man. I'm on the Knicks because they at the house and they play a lot better basketball at the house. And you know what we do with Atlanta when they're on the road? We fade the fuck out of them. Goddamn it, they're auto fade right now. And this is the 4th game in 6 nights on the road, coming from the north. Went to Milwaukee, went to Detroit. Man, these motherfuckers can't wait to get back to the ATL. You know this. Come on now. This is a Knicks spot where they've got blown out 2 times in a row. You can't say, okay, Atlanta going to come out and play some basketball because they just got wrapped up by 30. Well, the Knicks just got back-to-back losses by double digits, and now they're back home. They have a little bit of vibe. I noticed when I watched it, the Madison Square Garden vibe is back from New York. They got confidence, actually. They're showing up to basketball games believing that they have a team that can win a fucking basketball game. It's contagious. It's the motherfucking Garden, bro. Brunson, the crew, they're going to show the fuck out. Derrick Rose, quickly, all these boys, Obi Toppin going to be playing above the motherfucking rim from start to finish, man. I'm liking this. I like the bench, and it is what it is, man. We fade Atlanta on the road. They're 1-3 ATS already on the road this year. The Knicks have been shooting 50.8% at the house in 3 games. All right, so they play. I'm telling you, they're feeling the Garden. They're feeling playing at home. They're gonna be so fucking very happy they're back in the NY, and they will get us this W today. I'm staying away from the first half because I believe Atlanta is a tired basketball team. So the full game is my perspective here. I'm all over the Knicks here. Get the best number now. It's went up since I believe I got at 1.5, 2. They win this basketball game by 5 points minimum, I believe. Atlanta is not a good team, in my opinion. They're still trying to figure it out with the new addition, and they are a fade on the road. This is what it is. The Knicks going to want to come win this basketball game after getting blown out back-to-back games. Knickerbockers early and often. Let's go.
All right. Absolutely liking the Knicks here. So I like it. A little head-to-head action is never a bad thing. What do you think here, Wham?
We might be trying to pack you out though, Babano, because I'm right here with my boy here, and I'm going to the first half though. I'm going to start off here with the first half, and it's just a lot of the recent trends. It's just trending you that direction, man. 1-6 in the first half as far as what ATS the Atlanta is, and 0-4. They haven't been able to cover yet in the first half so far in a row. 3-0 at the house for the Knicks at the house on the first half. I'm saying, man, I agree with my guy here. I believe the defense is going to be there, and I think this is going to be more of a cutthroat type game. This is a different type of rivalry. They take the rivalry serious in New York, bro, especially in the Garden. I expect them to come out cooking ass. Tiffany, I expect you to be happy at least by halftime, Queen. I took the -1 with the Knicks on the first half. That's one of my favorite plays today. And as far as Dutch, I love the energy, bro. I know that the Hawks are trying to win at least one more game on the road because this is the end of their road trip. So right now they're 500. They lost to some pretty good teams. This is a team I believe that's another good team that they may be able to lose to. So I agree with my guy Dutch. Full game. I just think the first half stats are kind of already showing us the Hawks terrible as fuck in the first half. So fade them in the first half, especially on the road.
Right, and the Knicks are lovely at the house first half. I like that look a lot. I just think overall too. I like this. Our boy Joe Chris says trifecta spot. It might be a motherfucking J Money trifecta. Hit him over the head from start to motherfucking finish. Another thing, real quick, Bobano, we'll let you go back on that because I know there's a lot of Knick love right now. And the people in the chat said Knicks aren't for real. They're for real. They're for real regular season team for me. But they have not showed up the last 2 times out. They got ramped up by the Cavs and Milwaukee. So. I like them in this spot. I think overall as a basketball team, we'll find value in them in 82-game basketball team. When we're talking playoffs, that's a whole nother motherfucking story. But what I do like here, 63% of the bets are on Atlanta as the line is moving the other way towards New York. Obviously, it's moved a full point minimum. So that's telling as well. I believe this is simply a Knicks spot here from start to finish, my man.
Like in the Knicks, I like Barrett and Trey for props, one on each team. Barrett does play Atlanta usually pretty well also. Right. And liking the over as well in this one. And nobody's against me with that. So at least I have that going for me right now. Nobody's against me with
bro.
Exactly. But yeah, I like Trae Young and RJ Barrett props as well. And what should be a high scoring game here with these two teams. All right, let's go to Toronto, San Antonio now. Next up, Raptors 7.5 point road favorites, 224 being the total in this one. Raptors did what they I honestly expected them to beat Atlanta Monday night after the bad game they had against Philly. They just sleepwalked against Philly the second game without Embiid. They thought it was going to be easy. They had already beaten Philadelphia with Embiid, and it's just a human mentality. You fall flat. And the Raptors did, but they bounced back and they responded against Atlanta on Monday night. Now they're going on the road, though. I don't know if I want to lay this much with the Raptors. They're certainly better than San Antonio. But at the same point in time, here's San Antonio. They've won 5 of their last 6. Where is this horseshit team? that we thought we'd see this year. 5-1 straight up, 5-1 against the spread after that opening night horrendous debacle against Charlotte. And they've beaten some pretty good teams. They've beaten Minnesota twice during this span, beat Chicago, beat Philadelphia once during this little run they've put together. So, yeah, Toronto should win, but I'm not laying this many. San Antonio eventually is going to fall off. They're not going to keep this up. You're not going to keep playing like this if you're the Spurs at 5-2 when you're rolling out Trey Jones, Josh Richardson, Dougie McBuckets, McDermott, Jeremy Sokan, and Jakob Poeltl, and you're still without Vassell. You're going to fall off eventually, and you're not going to keep this up. But early in the season with bad teams that play over their heads, kind of like Philadelphia in hockey and other sports, you want to see them fall off before you start fading them. And they haven't done that yet. So this is my backwood, Vic. Roll it.
All right. Yeah.
There we go. All right, Dutch. Raptors, Spurs.
Yeah, man, you leave that motherfucker right up there. I ain't got shit to say about this motherfucker. Back with it.
Bring it.
All right. Yeah.
There we go. And Van Vliet's back for Toronto. Good point, Joe Chris. Yep. Wham.
Keldon is still questionable, right? They don't know if they even want Victor Wembanyama, man. Whatever his name is, bro. Back with this motherfucker.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. The consensus, I think we all think Toronto's victorious, but do we want to lay this many on the road? No. No, we don't. All right, next up, we've got LA Clippers and Houston. Clippers, 6-point road favorites, 223.5 the total. Look, I'm on Houston here. I'm sick of waiting for the Clippers to put it all together and, dominate somebody. They haven't. They had to come back from the dead against Houston at home the other night just to escape. I mean, thank God for Paul George. He basically carried them to victory the other night. This is just a team that is they're decimated from an injury perspective. They've been a point spread disaster. They still have not covered a point spread since opening fucking night against the lowly Lakers. I mean, that's where we're at right now with this LA Clippers team. I get it. The Clippers have just been a point spread disaster. They're still very much banged up going into this game. Kawhi Leonard, he's becoming the next Ben Simmons. We don't know when he's going to get out there again on the basketball court. Robert Covington's out. It looks like the Clippers will have John Wall back and available. And that is one prop I like here in this game. Though, even though I lean Houston here with the plus points, and I did bet Houston here. I do like John Wall going against his former team coming back. Someone's got to give them some offense. It can't all be Paul George, Reggie Jackson. You need other guys to help out this team shooting the basketball, and you got to hope John Wall will do that. And on a night where he's facing, a team that he used to play for, Houston, you would expect him to have a nice game potentially here. And I like that angle when you play your old team. So I definitely think John Wall over his points is worth a look here tonight in this game. The total, I would lean over as well, like Starchild says, with the total in this game. And another thing, too, to keep in mind is we had a very low-scoring first game, and the same two teams playing each other. Sometimes I look for the reverse to happen, the opposite to happen, especially when you see the shooting percentages really as bad as they were for both of those teams in that 95-93 game the other night. So that's why I lean a little bit to the over, but I'm going to take Houston here. Dare this Clippers team to cover a point spread, something they have not done since their first game of the season against the Lakers. Dutch, what are you thinking here? Clippers, Rockets.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy H-Town, LJ. I see you, my man. Kyle in the building. I see you, bro. Heavy hitter. Yeah, man, I got to address something, though, real quick here, man. We got like 280 motherfuckers in. We got 80 motherfucking likes. Not even 80 motherfucking likes. You
Come
lazy
on,
motherfuckers. Goddamn. All we've been doing is hitting.
You're going to get reamed out now.
Yeah, come on now. That's some disrespectful shit right there. I can't handle that shit. I can't stand for all that. Let's go now. DK, the crew. Let's run it up real quick. Let's run up these likes, man. Come on now. It's disrespectful. Let's do it, though. But until then, man, back with this motherfucker.
All right. Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Back with the viewers, goddammit.
There we go. All right, Wham, what do you think here? Clippers, Rockets. Hey, I know the Clippers should be better than Houston, but you're not covering numbers. I'm back to Houston just like the other night.
Right. I agree, bro. I agree. I think Houston, you right back to it, man. The Clippers not looking that good, bro. I'm feeling kind of concerned about my Ty Lue Coach of the Year bet that I made before the season, man. It's kind of one of those things.
I'd have to stick a fork in it. It's done.
Boy, yeah, pretty much. It looks like he's drowning right now. It looks like he's drowning. But one thing I do love about this game is that you have a good prop options here, and I do like Alfred El Segundo. If I left my wallet,
You
in
left your
El
wallet in
Segundo,
El Segundo.
yeah, I left my wallet in El Segundo, bro, because I think that he's continuing to go over the 8.5 rebounds. He's going over 6 games straight, so gotta go back to it. Our guy Ski talked about it on Monday. I think we gotta go right back to it again. He's playing the same damn team, and these guys are ranked 24th in the position of giving up rebounds. So, at the bottom tier of the rebounds that they're giving up to the position, you still got to go to the guy that's continuing to go over 8.5, and maybe even a double prop there for him as well. I haven't looked at that numbers yet, but that's the way I'm already locked in on the 8.5 for Alperin. But as far as this game, man, I don't really like this game at all. I do agree with you, though. I think that the Rockets are probably scrappy enough to, man, they lost by just so close. I mean, they had a fucking game winner by Paul George just to win the last game. I mean, you'll be cutting the fuck up if you think that these guys can win by double digits as far as the Clippers, bro. Like, it's the Clippers, man. They got Kawhi wheelchair not coming in this game as well. You still got to have PG out there. I just think that the Clippers are in trouble. Even if they do have John Wall back, I agree with you. He may be able to help them out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think the Rockets are still the spot here. And as far as what I did officially bet was Alperin over 8.5 rebounds.
Good stuff. Some good props there. I agree with a bunch of those as well. Detroit, Milwaukee. Milwaukee, 11.5-point home favorites, 223 the total in this one. Now, Ski was on with us Monday. He was going to go the Milwaukee trifecta, and then Milwaukee fell asleep in the second half, and they nearly lost the damn game. I mean, straight up, they won by 2. They had to hang on. They needed a Drew Holiday 3 late in that final minute to put that game away for the Bucks. But give the young Pistons credit. I mean, battled, competed right down to the wire, didn't give up when they fell behind big early. So now the question becomes, did Detroit wake up a sleeping giant Monday night? Because, they fell asleep, Milwaukee, with a big lead. They almost lost the game. They hung on, and they won by 2. Now do you get 48 minutes of focus tonight from Milwaukee? And they say, you know what? We're not letting that happen again. We can't, we got to play a full game. Can't let the Pistons back into it. And if that's the only thing that's keeping me off Detroit, because Detroit, it was on a back-to-back as well in that game Monday night, and they still managed to come all the way back, almost beat Milwaukee. But you wonder if they maybe woke up Milwaukee, and you get Milwaukee just beating the hell out of this team tonight, win by 20 plus, and it's not a contest. So I'm going to stay off the side. I think it's a little tricky when it comes to that. I think if you took Detroit the last game, you don't come back with them here necessarily, because you're right. Bucks won't play with their food today, potentially. Nets bets. That's what I'm thinking might happen. I'm going to take the over again, though, because that fell short in the first game. I think tonight it's going to be one of those games where if Milwaukee's up big again at half, they're going to pedal to the metal. Like, we're going to keep up the pace. We're going to keep looking for our shots and our points. We can't let Detroit back into this game. And I think you could see that as a result, this game go over. I like the first game stayed under. I always like the reverse to happen in these back-to-back situations. And we're going to have a lot of these this year. Same 2 teams playing each other back-to-back games. And this is one of those. I like the over. And again, a lower number than the last time. Last time they played, it was 225 the total. Now it's dropped to 222.5, 223. So I like the over in this one. I think the side is tricky. What do you think here, Dutch? Bucks.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Alex G. I see you, my man. X Cal in the building. Good to see you, bro. Prime time. I see you, man. AOD. Hey, man. Shit. This game, fuck. Yeah, I'm not touching this game, bro. A lot of love for the Bucks first quarter. I'm not mad at that. I mean, Ski, what did he say last time? He's going to do the same damn thing. So, I mean, that's the only way I would look in this game, but I'm not betting this bitch. You get back with it, Vic.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, they did go cold from 3. They did. No question. Nets bets in the second half, Milwaukee. And when you're missing shots and you're getting good looks and you're missing shots, that's just asking the opponent to walk back into the game. Ski's not on the show on Wednesdays, and I can tell you right now, we got to play from Ski Profit. Milwaukee first quarter, first half, full game, because he said on Monday, if Milwaukee doesn't get it done Monday, he's going right back to it tonight. So even though Ski is not with us on Wednesdays, I'll tell you that right now. Official play for Ski on this game: Bucks first quarter, Bucks first half, Bucks full game. What do you think here, Wham?
I mean, he wouldn't be mad. I mean, I would be mad at him. They play first 5 home games so far, the Bucks, and they only missed to cover 1, and that was the last game. So got to go right back with it. I agree with him there. It's just that this game, it doesn't really. I missed out with the last game as far as I pushed the first half. Luckily, I pushed the first half with the Bucks last game, but man, it was one of those scariest games, bro. I think that the Pistons maybe still good enough to play. So I'm gonna stay away from this game, to be honest with you. But Rue, my guy, ski on, bro. I shout out to him, man. I'm right here with Dutch, bro. I'm in church like a motherfucker. Put that backwood up for me, though, Vic.
All right. Yeah.
All right, here's another team that's playing out of their minds right now, like San Antonio. Utah, they're taking on Dallas. Dallas, 6.5-point home favorites, 222 the total in this game. I want to lay the points with the Mavericks and Luka the Don badly here. I don't know if I will, but I certainly lean to the Mavericks a little bit. I think Utah, they got to this is going to wear out at some point. You know, I know they beat Memphis, very impressive wins back to back. Memphis has not looked right so far this year. They beat Houston, which isn't saying much. They did have good wins on the road against Minnie and New Orleans to early in the season. They beat the shit out of Denver the first night, although Denver got him back big time last time in Denver, 117-101. You know, to me, Utah, to hell with Utah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Mavs first half full game is what I'm eyeing in this game. It's what I want to take. I'm worried that I've lost money betting this against this Utah team. The Memphis game, I bet Memphis twice. And Utah won. So I'm a bit gun shy right now. I want to fire the bullets, but right now I'm worried I'm going to shoot myself. You know, that's what I feel right now when it comes to this Utah team. I think there's regression on the way. I know for a fact that they can't keep up some of this offense that they're putting up. You're not going to shoot over 50% like you did against Memphis the first game all the time, or nearly 50% the second game. You know, this isn't going to keep up every now and then. Are you going to get the 7-footer Lauri Markkanen, you know, going nuts for 22.6 and points per game and 9.3 boards per game like he has, almost a double-double he's averaging this year? You going to get that shit for the whole season from him? I highly doubt it, but he has been off to a tremendous start. There's no question about that. This young coach, Will Hardy's just letting them go, and they're playing with confidence, no question. But when I look at this here, I think this is a spot for Dallas to maybe send a little bit of a reality check here to this Utah Jazz team. So and plus a little rest too for Dallas. And I don't think they love the way they played for 48 minutes against Orlando. Kind of went through the motions a bit. You know, I think they will be ready here. I like Dallas -3.5 first half, -6.5 full game. That's what I'm going to go with here. And Christian Wood, by the way, I want to mention him right now for the Dallas Mavericks. You know, game time decision tonight. Davis Bertans is out, but he's been upgraded to probable Wood for the game tonight. He's been terrific. And you talk about someone's got to step up for Dallas with Brunson gone. You know, you need other guys to help out on the offensive end for Luka. He's averaged 16.7 points per game, nearly shooting 57% for the season. Christian Wood. So I like Wood is good right now for the Dallas Mavericks. Christian Wood over points I like tonight. Dutch, what do you think here, Utah, Dallas?
Yeah, man. I'm loaded the fuck up, man. It's Utah's the pack. Utah, we smoking that pack tonight. It's the motherfucking Jazz pack. Believe that. And Luka the motherfucking Don. That's it, man. You know it, Star Child. That's where I'm going, bro. It's what it is, bro. They're 3-3, bro. They need to win a motherfucking basketball game. This is too good of a basketball team to be under 500. And they sure as hell ain't gonna let the Utah motherfucking Jazz come to town and do that to them. No, sirree. I don't believe so. The Utah Jazz, they play good basketball. It's a sweet motherfucking story, but it ain't gonna be a good one for them tonight. The Jazz are 1-10 ATS last 11 meetings versus these boys. All right, 5-15 ATS last 20 on the road overall. And the motherfucking Mavs, they win at home, man. They're 14-3 straight up last 17 at the house. I believe simply the Mavericks need a good game right here. They lost to OKC, fucked around and had a little winning game the other night, but they need a big fucking basketball game. And it's going to come at the expense of the Utah Jazz, who probably going to come in there feeling themselves a little bit, and they're going to get smacked around, personally, in my opinion. Kind of like, you know, what Denver did to them in the second time around last week here. You know, I believe it was last Friday. They got smacked by Denver, and I think this is going to be what Dallas does to them. Now 50% of the bets are actually on Utah. So we got some people liking the Utah number. The line's moving the other way, and 92% of the money, big money coming in on the Dallas motherfucking Mavericks. And that's where I will be. That's where I am. I locked it in at 5.5. I knew this shit would climb because I'm telling you, man, it's good money. I love this look right here. Luka the motherfucker. I like the first quarter looks. I like the first half looks. I like any motherfucking thing that has Luka the Don on it and the Dallas motherfucking Mavericks. Points, rebounds, assists. LJ, I see you on that. I like it all. I'm looking for Tim Hardaway Jr. to do his thing. I like Dinwiddie. I like him to come more off the bench. I want to see more of him with Luka not on the floor. I believe you see the better of Dinwiddie. And then obviously the addition of Woods. The whole crew. DFS needs to get back to playing his game. Knock down open threes. Bullock and DFS. I mean, this should be a beautiful motherfucking thing because Utah don't play defense. Let's just be honest. So contain them, play that good defense like Dallas has shown that they have, that they can play. We haven't seen it too much, but we know they are capable of playing elite defense. I believe we'll see a little bit of it tonight, and Dallas Mavericks will run away with this motherfucking basketball game.
There you go, Dallas Mavericks here, and they have owned Utah. You're right, straight up in ATS, and they've beaten the shit out of much better Utah teams. Remember, they were beating the shit out of Utah when Utah was loaded. When they had Rudy, when they had Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs, how they dominated them as well. And now they're facing a totally depleted. Now they've played way better than we've expected, but they're still a depleted lineup and team compared to previous years. So, yeah, Dallas should be able to take care of this one here tonight. We'll see if they can do that. 306, by the way, now live viewers. Hit that like button. 306 live viewers. We got a great turnout today for this massive Wednesday card.
West Coast Wednesday. Run it up. Let's go.
Run it up. Hit that like button. Wham, what are you liking here?
Goddamn 306. I'm sorry. There's got to be a backwood for me. I'm sorry. I appreciate
All right. Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for joining us, though. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate y'all for joining us. I just don't think that this Utah Jazz team can increase the pace that the Dallas Mavericks get. I believe that Dallas is a spot. I'm just not willing to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I hear you. Utah just continue. If Utah covers tonight or wins this game, I'm off the fade Utah bus and train for a while after tonight. If I'm wrong again on this team tonight, then I'm going to take a break from betting against them. Simple as that. All right, Memphis, Portland. We got the Grizz 4.5-point road favorites, 226 the total in this game. There's a lot to dissect here. I mean, both teams are ravaged right now. Dame Lillard's going to be out again for the Blazers. Josh Hart's a game-time decision with a concussion for Portland. So it looks like you're going to see Shaedon Sharpe fill the point spot with Anthony Simons in the backcourt, Jeremy Grant, Yusuf Nurkic, and we'll see if Hart's able to play. And then for the Grizzlies, I mean, we know Jaren Jackson ain't back anytime soon. We've got Desmond Bane's been banged up lately, missed the second game against Utah, and is questionable tonight with an ankle injury. And then you've got John Morant will suit up tonight. We know he's been banged up. Steven Adams as well questionable with a jaw injury right now for Memphis. So you got injuries both ways. At some point, I think Memphis has to get it going here after back-to-back losses to Utah. They should be able to beat Portland here. Portland is undermanned, but Portland's also been a point spread machine this year. 5-1 ATS and straight up for that matter. Their only loss this year against Miami at home. So I'm in no rush to lay points with Memphis on the road right now. They don't have it together yet. So for me, this is a backwood, Vic. Roll it.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Dutch, what do you think? Memphis, Portland.
The Iceman ain't ready for your backwoods, bro. He ain't ready. He's like, what? Whoa. Put down the sandwich, Nick. No, I was fucking with you, homie. Eric Nisbet, I see you, man. Occupancy. Hardaway, over 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. My boy, Dabby Cab, I believe, is on them three-pointers as well in this game. So I like seeing Hardaway, my man. Get it. Don, play all the way. Yeah, but you keep that backwood up for me, my man. Fuck this game.
All right. Yeah.
There it is. All right, wham.
Point spread machine, 5-1 ATS, bro. Portland Trailblazers, man. The only game that they didn't cover is the one that Dame didn't play. So Dame's not in here again. I expect him not to probably cover again. So give me Memphis, man. I think that Ja is just a big enough a factor to be able to get this cover here at 4.5. I don't want to wait until any of my other bets win already. I'm going to take this one straight up. Memphis Grizzlies -4.5. I've been on the bad side of fading Memphis, and I've been on the good side of backing Portland. So I think that this is a good opportunity for me to fade Portland here. I think that they may really lack the leadership offensively, having to know how when someone passes someone the ball, they know that it's their turn to shoot. As far as when Dame passes you the ball, I think the fact that Simons is having issues on when to take advantage of the game, even though he had all that experience last year, I still think he's having a little trouble closing out games and being the main guy without Dame in the lineup. So maybe he got used to being the second guy, and I hope that is the case again today. So give me Memphis. I think they had able to figure it out today. How those 3-point shots to drop, and I am looking at Ja 3-point props. Once he gets locked in on there, I think that once the props drop, I am going to be looking into his 3-point prop. He was going over the 3-point prop for a lot before he went out, so I'm going to be looking at direction. But for right now, it's over the 4. It's the 4.5 for me for Memphis. I'm rocking it with that.
All right, there we go. Last game here for this Wednesday night, Pelicanos, New Orleans Pelicans, LA Lakers. Pelicans 3-point road favorites, 229 the total in this game. So does anybody really actually think the Lakers getting the first win of the
Wham
season?
just left, Bobarno. He's like, I'm out of here.
Does anybody think that's a season turnaround waiting to happen, beating Denver the other night, 121-110? We'll give them credit. They won a basketball game. Nicely done. Not tonight. Not tonight, Lakers. This to me, the Pelicans do have some injury concerns. Brandon Ingram's out, so he won't get the chance to face his old team. Herbert Jones, was great at both ends of the floor. Knee injury questionable for this game. Even without potentially those two guys, this is a Pelicans team that's better. They're only laying 3. They've been good on the road. They've taken care of business. We know there's a huge gap in terms of really both ends of the floor between these two teams. You look at the Pelicans, great defensive numbers, outstanding, in fact, no doubt about that. And then offensively, you can't compare these teams. You got one team shooting 48%, that being the Pelicans, Lakers 42%. How about the discrepancy in the 3-point shooting? Pelicans, 40% from 3-point range. They are one of the tops in the NBA from long distance, and we know how historically bad the LA Lakers have been from 3-point range, shooting a putrid, embarrassing, honestly, 26.6% from 3-point range. To me, this is just a cheap price for the better team. There's really nothing more I need to say than that right here with this one. So I like New Orleans here, minus the 3 on the road. Dutch, what do you think here? Pelicans, Lakers.
Yeah, man. Shout out to JT. I see you, my man. Talk sports. Joe Chris says Jimmy the Bag is on the Lakers, huh? Yeah, well, 89% of the bets are on the Pelicans, 90%, 96% of the money's on the motherfucking Pelicans. And the line's not moving. I don't know, man. It just seems a little trash. It seems like it could be a little NBA fuckery if you don't ask me. So I had 3 games. I had 2 games I bet early. Knicks, Mavs. I had a game circled the Pelicanos. That was the game I crossed the fuck off. I don't like the feeling of this game. I'm just going to be real with you. There's not much really to say against LA, really to back it, except for the fuckery could be in. That's all I'm saying. If this line was up to 4 now, then it would make me feel honestly a little more comfortable. But the whole fucking world is on the Pelicanos. That's for Joe Chris just let me in on the first motherfucker who I know is betting the Lakers, and that's Jimmy the motherfucking Bag. Maybe our guy Wham Bam is too, but I'm not gonna touch this motherfucking game. I'm not touching this game, bro. Are you on the Pelicanos or on your boys, man?
Am I on the
What are they going to
Lakers,
score
bro?
tonight, the Lakers? I mean, they're one of the worst offensive teams, and the Pelicans are one of the best defensive teams so
It
far
just
this
seems
year.
so easy, though. I don't know, man. I may be overthinking it, man. I don't know. I'm glad I got other games to bet. That's all I can say.
Dan Kelly says it doesn't seem like NBA fuckery. I hope we get a chance to the middle with the New Orleans -5. Damn.
Hey, people said it was fuckery with Lakers Clippers.
Scared.
First game,
got-
and the Clippers still covered, so we found a way. It was close, but they
That's
covered.
true. That's
It'll
true.
be close. Like, they're not going to totally blow out the Lakers. They'll win by 6 or
Yeah.
7, I think.
Well, the one thing I will say, net bet says, the Nuggets game, the Pelicans play an awful lot better defense than Nuggets. The Nuggets can't stop a fucking nosebleed, so you don't want to take too much off of that. But this game's tricky to me, man.
This game is hella tricky. Lakers are going to bring the defense, though. We do know that. Are they going to be able to defend the paint? I think they are going to be able to defend the paint, but at what cost? Like Anthony Davis, man. They call. I said something. I said something about someone about injury. I said wheelchair. Tiffany said that's what I said. I said wheelchair. Maybe I should say more Data Davis, right? Obviously, I should say
Data Davis.
more,
That's good.
more Data Davis.
I'm sick of hearing about this back. Oh, my back. Oh, my aching back.
Bruh.
He sounds like some old man. Oh, my aching back. I'm sick of this back thing.
Jesus. This is tough, bro. This is tough. But what I will say is I have no freaking action on this game at all. And it's a reason. It's a reason. I like the Pelicans just as much as Dutch said. But the Laker love from Jimmy, I seen it earlier today and it stalled me out. I was like, wait a minute, let me wait. And then the news about the money being all on the Pelicans. So it's more of an obvious place. On Wham's most obvious plays, I've been losing tremendously. When I'm with the public, I've been losing. So this is one of those situations. I know I might be with the public here. I'm staying away, bro, because I just think that the Lakers, what they did show us since Russell Westbrook has been sent to the bench, is that they actually are better now in that second unit. The second unit was terrible without Russ on that second unit. So now the second unit is better and the defense is still there. And fuck, they made threes last game. Bro, let's wait a minute, bro. If they start to make threes, then this is actually a good team. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to give one guy on the Lakers credit, Lonnie Walker. He's playing.
Lonnie Walker, man.
Yeah.
And I would say Troy Brown too, because since Troy Brown has been back, the Lakers actually played a little bit better offensively. It looks like the offense is a little bit better. They're just trying to figure out the kinks. So Mr. Glass is Star Child says, yeah, bro. Data Davis is the guy. Because if he's not making his shots, we're gonna be ass. And if he's out there limping around and LeBron is not going to play defense, because we kind of figured LeBron is not going to play defense, but if he's along with the LeBron not playing defense, we're cooked, bro. So I think that the Pelicans are the play. They were crazy to play against the Clippers. That was their last game, if I'm not mistaken. So they already showed us that they're really fucking good. And maybe could be some fool's gold. You know what I mean? As far as the line not moving. Maybe it's fool's gold. Maybe it's just a lot of Laker love, a lot of fandoms out there betting the Lakers to keep the line at that rate. So my mind is telling me Pelicans smack the shit out of us here. As a Laker fan, I do hope we win and start making shots, but I'm going to stay away and watch as a fan, but I think the Pelicans really is the play. If you're leaning that direction and you already bet it, I wouldn't cash out, bro. I just wait to let that shit ride, you know what I mean? Because I think that the Pelicans are better.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. You're right. The Laker fan base is still very passionate, and maybe that's what's keeping this line anchored at -3 where it is right now. If it is, that's all right. I mean, I'm not one of those trap people. I've never bought into traps. If I think the line is short, trap or not, I'm betting it, and that's what I feel with the Pelicans here tonight. I just think -.
So let me ask you this: Are the Pelicanos a better team? Are the Pelicanos a better team without BI and Herbert than the Denver Nuggets?
They're gonna make shots, bro. Troy Murphy alone is the better shooter if he's on the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off the bench. They got Devontae Graham,
with you there.
all those other guys.
I think every damn team's better than the Lakers, to be honest.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying if Troy Murphy was on the Lakers, he would be their best shooter, and he's not their best shooter on
But right now, without BI and without your boy Herb, right? Are they a better team than the Denver Nuggets?
Now, did Herb get all the way announced out? I don't think he's.
No, even if he's in, are they better than the Denver Nuggets right now without BI?
They're better right now.
Oh yeah, right defensively, bro. The problem with the Nuggets, that's what I forgot to mention too, is that the Lakers win wasn't about the Lakers. The Lakers win wasn't about the Lakers. They shot crazy out of their mind. It was more about the Nuggets, bro. For sure, it was about the Nuggets more.
I agree though with your point about Russ coming off the bench. He's had a little bit more Russ games, 18, 8, and 8. I mean, it's nice to see the motherfucker do something. Besides being a fucking blooper video. So yeah, it's good to see him. You know what I mean? For his mental health, goddamn it.
Someone made a great point too. Russ on the bench now, okay, but guess who's going to probably be guarding him a lot? That pesky rabid dog, Jose Alvarado, who is a pit bull out there on the basketball
court. Russ has a hard time with just himself alone. So yeah, you add that to it, it could be trouble.
Guarding Zion, that's 100% true. Top shelf, yeah. Who the hell is on this Laker team?
And LJ said we
Nobody.
overthinking it, man. The
Nobody.
Lakers are trash. Well, I guess I'm overthinking it, LJ. You might be right, bro. But
Yeah.
I mean, if not, at least my boy Bobano will cash. I'm not.
See,
under
with
their
these
trap
games
by
that
any
are
means.
obvious trap looking lines like this, I've won some and I've lost some.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way it
That's the
goes.
way it's been. You can't say every single time, "Oh, it's a trap, can't bet it." Oh, it's a
Right,
trap,
right.
I can't bet it. I've won
Right.
some and I've lost some.
But personally, I think if the Lakers can knock down, and this is a huge fucking if, and I don't
Yeah.
even like kind of defending these fucking Lakers by any means, but if they can knock down a perimeter shot, you know,
They're gonna be in the game. They're gonna be in the
Are they
game.
not just as
Yeah.
talented as a Pelicans team without BI? And no, I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm not as high as everyone else is on these Pelicanos.
No.
I mean, I think they had that game against the Mavericks. I think the Mavericks went in there and didn't even fucking play that basketball game. You know, to be honest with you, I think the Pelicans are a good basketball team, but I don't know, man. I think everyone's a little higher on them than myself.
Well, they're going to have months to show how good
Yeah,
they are.
absolutely.
Because this has been a nice month, but
I'm not
you
a
know,
Zion
1 month
guy,
doesn't
though.
make
You
a
know,
season.
I'm not a Zion
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, for me, the baseball game, this is an Astro spot. They have to win this. They can't go down 3-1. Javier's been lights out. Javier's been really good. Nola has been a little bit shaky, so I think Houston
Yeah.
might win tonight, personally. There you
First
go.
drive
Something
over
wrong
is
with
the way it's
baseball.
been going.
Great stuff. Wow, that was a great show. We got lots of fun angles, matchups tonight. Weird line moves, weird line.
Yeah.
It's currently right now. Lots of good shit to talk about here on this show today on the Wednesday edition of the NBA Pub Up. 308 live viewers. Let's go hit that like button. Run it up. Show's going to end in a couple minutes. Hit that like button. Show some love. And for going through every, because I know there's a million NBA shows and content on YouTube. Who's breaking down every game on the board every day like this? Nobody. Every game on the card, we hit it right here in some fashion. So hit the like button.
Style, right? Yeah, that's how you like. Yeah, we get
That's
every
the way we do our shows. Every damn game on the board. That's right.
Give me the bag, the Bono
Talk
type
to
of
him.
shit. Yeah, it's
Talk
cool.
to him.
Exactly. That's what makes it. That's why we love. That's why Pub Sports Radio is what it is. We get every game covered for you right here on every show. All right, we got best bets, Dutch's freshest look coming up after Southtown 101 and Manscaped. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke, manscaped.com. Check it out. Lawnmower 4.0, any Manscaped product, get it at the website and get 20% off your purchase with promo code PUBSPORTS. Let's go. Best bets. Dutch's freshest look. Dutch, we'll start with you. Freshest look.
Yeah, man. I got 2 plays tonight on the card, both 1-unit plays, but I believe this Mavericks line is kind of moving a little bit up to 7.5. So we will lock in the motherfucking Knickerbockers -2. Both of these plays are good money though, man. Knicks and Mavs. Let's get motherfucking paid on a beautiful Wednesday.
There you go. New York Knicks -2 against Atlanta. Freshest look for Dutch. Wham. Best bet.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Madison Square Garden as well. The Hawks 1-6 ATS in the first half, 0-4 ATS on the road in the first half. We're going there 3-0 ATS with the Knicks. Knicks -1. If you gotta take the hooker to the streets, get the -1.5 as well. Then, man.
Yeah, man.
There you go. New York Knicks in the first half
Boogie
against
down
Atlanta for Wham with his best bet. Mine is going to be, I know what I'm going to go with. I think it's a good spot for them. I may never use this team as my best bet again this season because I don't think they're going to be very good, but they're in a very good advantageous spot here tonight. And that's the Charlotte Hornets +5 against Chicago. I'm going to rock with the Hornets here tonight. Rest advantage. The Bulls off a big win against Brooklyn. They're now back home where they're laying points, where they've been up and down, kind of erratic. And, Charlotte has had that good battle in them as underdogs this year, and they've certainly got the schedule and the spot in their favor tonight. So Charlotte +5 against Chicago for my best bet for this Wednesday NBA card. And that'll wrap it up. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Hit that like button on the way out. And we say goodbye to Wham for our Wednesdays. He won't be with us on Wednesdays or Tuesdays moving forward. He'll be on just Mondays every week due to other commitments. So we're going to have, Billy Briz, Connor Mack. We'll call on one of those guys to be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays starting next week. But we'll still have our guy Wham every single Monday on the OG Monday edition of the Pub Hub with me, Ski, Dutch, and Wham every Monday. So he's still got that.
Sir.
Best show of the week, in my opinion, is the Monday show, and it's the original 4 of the NBA Pub Hub. So Wham still going to be with us every week throughout the season on Mondays. No question about that. But great stuff, guys. Hit the like button on the way out. For Dutch, for Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Wednesday night. Enjoy the games, and good luck. We'll talk to you again Thursday, where it'll be Dutch tomorrow hosting along with Ski and Durrell. So check it out tomorrow, Thursday edition of the Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. Salute to all the real ones holding us down. Joe, Chris, Chip, Star Child, Tasha, Row Your Boat, JT, I see you, my man. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.